Hey Internet, Eric here. If you're new to the channel or new to this concept that I have going every month on this channel, unless I have a live stream with Frenzy planned or I have an interview planned, every month we'll have a theme. And in January, it is Jean-Claude Van January. I've been having a lot of fun doing this theme. It's got a lot of good, I guess you would say, feedback with comments and views, and I've gained a lot of subs. So thank you to everyone who has been enjoying it as much as I have. Well, we got another speed bump in this little ride. This was a first time watch for me. This was one that I knew had a decent fan base, so I was going into this hopeful. Well, I just finished, and it's time to discuss Hard Target. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out in 1993, directed by John Woo. The only John Woo film I have seen, I believe, is Face Off. Anyways, the basic plot of this is Jean-Claude Van Damme plays somebody, some Cajun, and he is hired by some girl who is looking for her father. Her father has been homeless for quite some time, and she finds out that her father was I guess you'd say, victim of a gang of villains that hunt down old people. You know, they hunt them down with spears and guns and hunt them for sport. Basically, the world's most dangerous game. Van Damme finds out that it's being run by a man played by Lance Henriksen, who is seconded by Arnold Vosloo from The Mummy and the Darkman sequels. And with the help of his uncle, played by Wilfred Brimley, of all people, they try to stop Lance's gang. Okay, as you can tell with the way I described this movie, I did not enjoy this. Let's get down to it. Van Damme is fine. He's there kicking butt, taking names like he normally does. Um, Decent chemistry with the actors he's playing alongside because, again, no romantic interest with this lady. Has a mullet and an earring, and he is able to use his accent a little deeper than normal. That's it. Not much to this character at all. The actress who plays the daughter of the slain homeless man, she's fine. I mean, she's there to look scared and helpless, and she does that. Lance Henriksen is always good. He's very over the top in this, but the problem is he is there's no charisma. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this was John Woo's first American film, so I don't know if there was a language barrier. Um, yeah, this came out in '93. I think this is after Face Off. Lance has no charisma. Like if you want to watch an over the top performance that where he's like fun, go watch Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth. Here, Lance just gets angry and yells, take a shot every time he grits his teeth, stares up at the ceiling, and the camera revolves around him. You'll be drunk really, really quick. Arnold Vosloo but it's Lance Henriksen, so you want to see what he's going to do with the role. Um, Arnold Vosloo, who, like I said, I only know from The Mummy, and I don't remember shit about the Darkman sequels. He's very psychotic in this. I really like him. He's a fun, crazy person. Torturing people by cutting off their earlobes with scissors, or just shooting them point blank range with a shotgun. I liked Arnold Vosloo. He's probably my favorite character in this movie, and that's sad because it's a movie with Lance Henriksen. Wilfred Brimley. Here's the thing. So Jean Claude Van Damme and the girl are going to Wilfred Brimley for help because even though Jean Claude Van Damme is basically fucking Superman in this movie, and I'll tell you why, he cannot defeat Lance Henriksen and his goons all alone. So he goes to the Quaker Oats diabetes having man. Wilfred Brimley's probably in his 70s. He's probably 100 pounds overweight. He's given a Cajun accent, so he's like a diabetes having Gambit, but instead of playing cards, he's given a bow and arrow. I don't know why this character is there. He does nothing other than an attempt at some comedy, some comedic relief, and it fails. He's not funny. He's not likable. He's not lovable. I mean, if you look at Wilford Brimley, you won't just want to give him a hug. This guy annoyed me, so I don't like any of the characters really. They're other than Arnold Vosloo. Um, there's a couple side characters. There's one homeless guy that helps Jean Claude and the woman find her father's belongings, and then he ends up being one of the subjects of the hunt. He's fine, but he has he has an over the top death where he is being hunted. You know, like I said, they have a bow and arrows, or they have like what are those type of bow and arrows that that are you pull the trigger, and it shoots it out. One of those, and then they're hunting them down with these spikes. You know what I mean? He's able to escape them through a graveyard, but when he's in plain sight and asking for help, they gun him down. Stupid. The action for the most part is really really good. Again, I haven't seen any John Woo films other than Face Off. The action is good. The martial arts is good. The explosions are amazing. There's a lot of great chases. But the problem is, with this fucking movie, everything is in slow motion. I remember when Snyder's version of the Justice League came out, and everyone gave him shit because his whole fucking movie's in slow motion, and you could have cut out 20 minutes. This movie, you could have probably, if you got rid of all the slow motion movie, you could have at least gotten rid of 10 minutes. Everything is slow motion. The spin kicks, the punches, the arrows, the bullets, the explosions, Jean-Claude Van Damme opening a car door, turning around. All this shit is in slow motion, and it just got to the point. Like, there are some cool parts. Like, when one of those metal arrows is shot in front of Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he turns like this, and it just misses him. That's in slow motion. That looks fucking cool. But how many times do we have to focus on Van Damme pulling a gun out in slow motion, this in slow motion, walking down the street in slow motion? It happened so much, I started rolling my eyes and it got distracting. So I don't know if it's a trope of John Woo's, but it was really fucking dumb to have it, like, and especially in all these great action sequences with the explosions, with Jean-Claude Van Damme jumping from here to there, like the final fight at the warehouse was amazing. But I started not paying attention because everything is in slow motion. Didn't care because, like I said, it was very distracting. And again, this has got the John Woo tropes, and I'm just, like I said, just pulling this out of Face Off. You got the scene where the two guys are on the opposite side of the wall. They turn around and face each other and shoot. We saw that. It is what it is. We got the doves flying around for no fucking reason. And one thing John Woo, at least, which was one of the worst things he ever did in Face Off, was just the scene where Travolta and Cage are on the speedboat. They hit the bump, and they're flying through the air in a really bad fucking stunt, the way that they just fly. And the camera pans on the stunt doubles, and they look nothing like the fucking actors. Count how many times it's shot from behind, and it's a stunt double in a very bad Van Damme mullet wig. Doesn't look the same. It's awful. Like, there's a scene where they're on the highway, and Van Damme is they're basically playing chicken with each other. He's on a motorcycle, they're in a truck or a car, and he's like standing on the handlebars, and he's shooting the gun. It looks awesome, and then the explosion happens, and he goes over the car, and it's clearly not Van Damme. There's a couple times in the final fight where you can see it's clearly not Lance Henriksen. Why do you do this, man? You have Final Cut. It looks really, really bad. The final fight with Lance Henriksen is disappointing. Like, I like how he takes the girl. I like how Lance takes the girl hostage. And he's like, basically, he's got an arrow, and he ties it up in her hair, and he puts it under the point of the arrow under her neck. So if Van Damme shoots him, his hand will jerk, and it'll put the arrow through her throat. So it ends up being like a hand-to-hand combat fight. The place has exploded. There's fire everywhere. Lance Henriksen has this gigantic piece of wood, and he's beating the tar out of Van Damme, hitting him with it, and it looks awesome. And then he swings it at Van Damme, and Van Damme catches it. Like, he holds it. It's on fire. He's not fucking Superman, okay? He gets burnt. It'll hurt you. He holds it, And I don't remember if it's another moment of slow motion or whatever. Then he has, like, he remembers all the things that happened in the movie. And then he beats up Lance Henriksen. Fire burns! It didn't hurt him. Fucking stupid. And then there's a scene where he has a grenade that he took from Arnold Vosloo. And Arnold Vosloo has a lame death because Van Damme's killing everybody. He even pulls a gun from a guy and holds it like upside down. He's like pulling the trigger upside down. I don't know if that's possible. I don't fucking care by the time at this point in the movie because I've already rolled my eyes so much. They've gone back in the back of my head. Van Damme slides 3 or 4 feet on the ground. He's not on anything like on wheels. He's on concrete. Can't slide on concrete. Shoots Arnold Vosloo at least a dozen times, super close, and Arnold doesn't die right away. Stupid. He takes one of Arnold's grenades. So eventually, what happens is final fight between Lance Henriksen. Boom, boom, boom. They're fighting, and something happens. And it's right after he's Superman. He's holding the fire stick, and something happens. He drops the grenade down Lance Henriksen's pants. And, a couple lame quips later, they get separated, they run away. Lance Henriksen, he gets kicked to the face and, shoots, 20 feet. Because, again, Super Van Damme. And he pulls the grenade out of his pants and he's, taking it apart. So he can, it won't explode. And then he gets it apart and he laughs. And then, of course, there just happens to be a spark. And his literal last words are, oop. And then he blows up. Stupid. And speaking of stupid, it's now a GIF. Everybody's seen it. Even my wife fucking laughed. There's the part where they're going through the jungle or the bayou. They're trying to get to Uncle Diabetes. And there is a rattlesnake climbing, going down a tree branch, getting ready to go around the girl's neck. Van Damme grabs it and he literally bitch slaps it, on the top of the head. Like if your dog took a piss on your rug, you had the rolled up newspaper. No. He does that to the snake. Then he fucking karate chops it. And then what he does is he bites the rattle off the rattlesnake and somehow makes a booby trap where if a guy hits a tripwire, it jumps on his face and bites him to death. And then Lance Henriksen or somebody shoots the snake in the face and it blows up. Waste of time, fucking stupid, but nothing worse than the bitch slap to the snake. This movie had promise. I was looking forward to it because I know John Woo has a following. I'm not a huge fan of Face Off, but it's dumb fun. I didn't like this. This movie was boring. I didn't really care. The action would have been great if the slow motion wasn't so distracting. Lance Henriksen literally dying by going oop and getting it blown up in his face. Van Damme basically having fucking superpowers when it comes to invulnerability to fire and super kicks. And again, Wilford Brimley just there when he didn't need to be there. Didn't care for Hard Target. Disappointing. Yeah, I don't recommend it, but what do I know? And as you can see, I'm not really into this video because I really wasn't into this movie. I'll tell you what, I started this movie a few days ago, and I just now finished it today. I turned it off last night. I didn't finish it last night, and I literally had 15 minutes left because I just didn't fucking care. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Click the bell. Comment below. What do you think of Hard Target? Like it? Hate it? Don't give a damn? Disappointed in it? Am I wrong? It doesn't matter. Jean-Claude Van January, almost done. Replicant, Cyborg. What else? The Quest. That might be it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There might be. I might have one more. I don't remember. Anyways, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you to everyone, all the new subscribers. Appreciate y'all. Returning subscribers. Appreciate y'all. I'm tired. I'm rambling. And I hate when I end the videos like this. So, cheers. Don't watch this movie. It's stupid. Sorry. Cheers.